Just would like to quickly mention before I get into this video that I'll be including a link in the description to a Google Doc containing links towards organizations and fundraisers aiming to help people affected by the climate conditions in Texas. If you can help warm up a person, then please check out the link down below. Thank you. Despite the depictions of hell within Doom Eternal, Horde Mode 2 represents it very well in the most painful yet brutal way possible. And I'm not talking about Elsa and Spider-Man painful, I'm talking about having a large pizza to yourself, eating it all but realizing you bit off more than you could chew, and start rolling around, pushing through the stomach ache painful. The good kind of painful. Trials of Dark Lord takes what made Horde Mode 1 so good and cranks it up to thrice the difficulty. From enemy variety, fighting spaces, and creative encounters, Horde Mode 2 puts your skills to the test through undoubtedly the most difficult scenarios I've ever faced before. That being said, this mod is chocked full of cool surprises that I personally believe you should experience for yourself in a blind playthrough. Unless you have already tried the mod out or would rather watch someone else talk about it while playing, then welcome to my video. I'll leave a link to Prote's video on how to install mods in the description down below. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you like the video for more Doom content, and let's dive into this matchness driven mod.
A war is coming. His war. And our salvation comes with him. For when our suffering ends, theirs will begin.
I love how this mod starts off with a bang. From the cutscene pumping you up to the possessed fodder demons and bloodmakers, Trials of the Dark Lord doesn't mess around when it comes to demon encounters. You no longer have to punch a buff totem to start the wave of demon carnage. You're given a new weapon and a few seconds to breathe before the demons begin spawning. You're given every upgrade for your weapons and Praetor suit, as well as grenades, dashes, and blood punch. This mod consists of 3 stages, each stage taking place within one of the levels from Ancient Gods Part 1, meaning you're no longer locked inside a Slayer Gate and a few other arenas. Each stage branches off into other unique arenas with its own spin of encounters that isn't just shoot to kill. It's also worth mentioning that this mod includes a ton of additions that improve the Horde mode experience much more compared to the first one, but it also has a few things I'm a little iffy about. But overall, there's a ton of cool stuff within this mod that, again, is no longer just kill this much demons and move forward with the killing.
I'm in danger!
I remember watching the teaser trailer by Prote for this mod back in October, seeing how he was using sticky bombs to deal with a Bloodmaker just blew my mind with the level of difficulty he was showing. Of course, they're generous to give us all equipment and upgrades from the start to help us on our battles, but the beginning of Horde mode does a great job telling the player, prepare to get Bloodmakers and possessed demons are heavily present as you'll be dealing with them regularly. As you begin obtaining your full kit of weapons, the encounters begin to get more creative. It's also worth mentioning that checkpoints are finally implemented. Each wave of demons you finish killing results in reaching a checkpoint instead of having to restart all the way in the beginning of the fight, which, thank God. I love the addition of the weather elements added to the gameplay. It feels and looks so gritty as I'm fighting the demons. Plus, fog eventually rolls through, obscuring your peripheral vision. Soon after obtaining the SSG, the fog rolls over and now you have these buffed gargoyles you have to deal with. And these guys can melee you at least 3 times within a second due to how fast they become. Gotta run around them and destroy the buff totems spawning within the fog. After you destroy a handful of them, you can now attack the demons without them respawning or buffed. And after you kill a certain amount of demons, the fog rolls away and bam! More demons to fight. Gargoyles, tyrants, and cackles, you gotta be quick with who you kill. After completing the arena, you obtain the ballista. And here's where the encounters become creative. Turrets spawn all around you, each one connected to a wave, meaning if you kill one, the next wave of demons will spawn. It's nothing too bad, I would say. The first wave is 3 cackles with one of them possessed, which can be a bit challenging as a possessed cackle is ridiculously fast with its bites. The second wave is 2 Hell Knights and a Pain Elemental, and so on and so forth. In between these waves, you have gargoyles running around that you can kill for health, ammo, or armor. They can still damage you significantly if you aren't too careful, and on top of that, turrets are shooting at you, so you're taking damage from every direction. Eventually, once you have every weapon, the mod begins putting your skills to the real test. Think of the wave of enemies you had to deal with before as a pop quiz to see if you got what it takes. You finally move outside of the Slayer Gate and into a more open arena where you play a little game of Demon Hunt. Out of the large amount of demons spawning all around you, one of them is the target you gotta kill. If you kill them, every active demon will die, leaving health everywhere to stack up with. There's a total of 13 demons you gotta hunt down, starting off pretty easy and then becoming difficult to track down. The key difference with this demon is the green color they emit, be it the Mancubus's fire it shoots, the Caco's mouth, or the insides of an archvile. They stand out from that color alone. Some demons don't actually show the color green unless you're watching them spawn in. The Carcass and Whiplash are arguably the hardest key demons to find due to the lack of green they show. I absolutely love this choice of encounter, as you can bum rush a key demon surrounded by a ton of demons, endure a bunch of damage only to kill the target and get all of your health back from the dead enemies. It brings a nice balance of risk and reward, where even the riskiest moves could be super rewarding. Instead of going forward in the base game, you take a jump pad back to the room with a Seraphim's key and grab your second support rune, and then take a portal into arguably the best arena in this mod. Mm-hmm. 2016 vibes of this design, the buff totems you have to destroy by shooting its targets, BFG Division blasting in your ears as you're killing multiple demons, a well-placed ice bomb and flame belch paired with a D-blade is just even though stage 1 starts off with a bang, it even ends off with a bang too. The sense of urgency when traveling through these tight foggy hallways filled with demons that can kill you quickly, but unable to see them until you get close, is so well put together.
Where's the... Oh, Jesus, no. Is there a portal? Is there a portal? Please, yes. Oh, shit, no. Oh, Jesus Christ.
It reminds me of the Super Gorness Master level where you gotta escape while running into a ton of buff demons. One of the best ways to start off this mod within its first stage.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Starting right off the bat with meat hook platforming, utilizing the meat hook to travel across a wide open area. The best part about this platforming is it's optimized for 60 FPS meat hooks in mind, meaning anyone that plays Doom from 200 FPS to 60 FPS can complete this. I really like how creative it gets, from utilizing the swings to breaking the chain with a jump for extra height. The platforming is completely optional as it gives you 1-ups in soul spheres. After that, things start to get a whole lot unique.
And you will crush our enemies and come upon us.
Like I said, no longer locked in the Slayer Gate or small arena. You're put in this massive arena with Pinkies, Hell Knights, and Arachnotrons, and as you kill the demons, much heavier ones begin to spawn along with the possessed demon. To make things even harder, you gotta do the box fight with difficult demons crawling on your back, and if one of the boxes hits you, it's practically a death sentence for your run due to its crazy stun lock. Hey, look at that, they added jump pad cooldowns before battle mode could. It kinda feels in line with the DLC, pressuring you into difficult scenarios you might not be comfortable with, like a tyrant in a narrow hallway or a buff marauder with the buff totem caged away. You also have a little mini game you could play where you gotta destroy all the turrets within a certain amount of time, which would reward you with 1-ups and soul spheres. And if you thought enemy engagements couldn't be any more creative, get a load of this. Prote, you goddamn mad lad. Adding invasion before idsoftware could.
That's a 10.
2 demons spawn and are highlighted in either blue or red. They have a ton of health, and I believe a bit stronger too damage-wise. There's some cool audio cues when fighting them, like when the demon heals itself, or you get loot blocked when trying to restack. And this isn't random. I've had moments where I'm close to death, desperate for resources, but then get cock blocked and die from it. You also lose your ice bomb during invasion, so you can't freeze the invaders. I mean, to even see a mock-up version of this is insane to witness. Like, it's so cool that this was made as a mod. I love it. It may not be actual real-life players invading your game, but still gives that feeling. You fight through the trials arenas, having to deal with a possessed archvile that won't let you lock onto him, and eventually get thrown into a small compact space with damaging fog all around you. And a lot of demons. Like I said, this Horde mode tests your versatility in situations. No longer is it all about limiting the player as they fight harder demons with everything in their kit. It's all about how you react to certain situations, like a bunch of demons in the dark shooting and approaching you while you're the equivalent of the Doomslayer in a snow globe being shaken around a lot. And again, the pressure and urgency. Like, what a way to end off the stage super well. I should also mention that playing this on a difficulty that is brutal for you, meaning you die multiple times in a single playthrough, can be super exhausting, as this Horde mode takes a lot out of you. It can make you mentally fatigued, so take a break once in a while if you ever reach a save checkpoint or finish a stage.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Scares here.
If I gotta be honest with you, I'm not much of a big fan of some things within this stage. The previous two I enjoy a ton, and believe they're perfect just the way they are. So to only have the last portion of the mod have a few things I don't agree with is really good. That green wolf you see in Blood Swamps, guiding you through the fog, returns as your very own companion. It attacks other demons and can kill smaller ones within one bite. Of course, you gotta do all the heavy lifting, but man, is it so cool to see. You gotta pick up the Slayer key, kill a bunch of demons, and then go through the Slayer gate, and now we're back to where it all started. Standard Horde mode, except with a little twist.
It's him!
Fighting Sammer outside of his battle arena, in a Slayer gate. Holy crap, the fact that this boss can be fought in a Slayer gate amazes me. He can teleport around, shoot at you, throw up his flame wall. It is so cool to see. I even like how his fight isn't BS like how it is in the base DLC campaign. Instead of having to kill 2 possessed demons, you just kill him. He dies like every other demon does. And then here comes my complaints. This mod really shines with its creativity, but I'm not much of a fan with this encounter. So you gotta stand on these floaty platforms, kill cacos, and survive for 90 seconds. You get infinite ammo to deal with them, sure, but falling off the platform results in you taking a ton of damage, spawning you up above to try and land on a platform, and if you fall down again, you die immediately. Even taking the soul sphere, you'll die if you fall off. This isn't 2016, neither do I understand the need to kill the player if they fall off fully stacked. I also don't agree with the 90-second timer. It feels like it takes too long to fight off the cacodemons while repositioning yourself onto another platform before yours disappears. I think it's cool and unique just picking off cacos super easy while having to keep an eye on the ground you stand on, but it's a bit too long. 30 seconds would have been a bit better than almost 2 minutes of this. We then get some more Horde mode action. I get 3 invaders instead of 2. Arenas get increasingly difficult with enemy varieties. Speaking of arenas, not a big fan of the Maker Pillar fight. I feel like it's inconvenient to fight demons in this, especially the Marauder and the Bloodmaker. This is just the broken state between these two that don't work well for this mod. The Marauder just doesn't work anymore. He randomly swings far away from me, spawns his wolf from friendly fire, hell, the electric pillars forces him to pull up his shield, and then spawn his wolf. On top of that, little Miss Garatina over here playing red light green light can do 200 points of damage and then stun lock you to the point where your dashes are as fast as a grandma propelling herself with dragon shouts coming from her ass. In a way, these two perform the same way. Gotta wait for the right time to kill them. But they are in such a poor state right now that I'd rather go play day 1 version of Battlefield 4 than fight these two. It's not the modders' fault for their behavior. It's just these two demons don't work as they should. But back to the arena, I also play with no HUD, so I had no clue this arena has a timer before you could escape the endless demon waves you have to endure. Whoops. Stage 2 had meat hook platforming. Stage 3 has some monkey bars to swing on to embrace your inner monkey.
Monkey?
Big surprise, you fight a bunch of demons, and then, for the final fight, you fight 2 more Sammers.
Prepare for trouble!
Okay.
You fight 2 of the souped up prowlers with your green dog, and then this happens.
Holy shit.
Holy fuck.
Feel you are prepared now for
Nothing but chills after that boss fight and the amount of demons you killed just to get to that point. Funny enough, going back to the base Ancient Gods Part 1 feels much easier and less exhausting when dealing with its encounters. All in all, this is an extremely difficult mod that truly tests your abilities as a slayer. From pinning you in tight situations, creative demon encounters that require you to hunt down a key demon and invaders, it is such a huge improvement compared to the first Horde mode. I started playing this on Nightmare, but had to knock it down to ultra violence. It was that difficult for me. But I'm amazed that some people were even able to complete this on Ultra Nightmare. There's a sense of pride you feel after completing this mode. While only a few things could be a bit gimmicky and cheap, it doesn't ruin the mod entirely. Until idsoftware puts our skills to the test in their next upcoming DLC or their own version of Horde mode, I suggest you give this a go. Even if you feel intimidated, it's something you gotta experience for yourself. If you like this little review video of mine all about Horde mode, and like Doom content in general, why not give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already? Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep slaying.
Hehehehe